Hola amigos, how's it going? I hope you're all doing great. I'm definitely doing great. I've finally made it to Lima, which is kind of my last stop for language school in South America. So, time for a new update on what I've been up to like the last 1.5 to 2 weeks. In the last video I was still in Cusco, and my last half week in Cusco I was able to visit the Rainbow Mountain, which is another very famous site around Cusco. But I learned that it's a very new site because the Rainbow Mountain, which is called Rainbow Mountain because it has a few different colors due to the minerals that are in the rock, was only discovered a few years ago. Before it was always covered in snow, and it's only a tourist attraction since like 10 to 15 years, I guess. Therefore, it was very, very touristy, and it's pretty high up as well. The peak is around 5,200 and 5,300 meters above sea level. So it's also kind of exhausting climbing up there, but it was very nice. It really had different colors, and the valley there was also very nice. We took a tour there. Nate, my schoolmate, and some girls that I knew from Santiago, we all went to that Rainbow Mountain. And in the evening, we then also went out together and also went to a club, which was very fun. Which was my last Friday in Cusco. Saturday in the evening, I then left my host family, which was a bit sad. I would have liked to stay longer in Cusco. I really enjoyed it there, but I left Cusco by bus. I booked Peru Hop. That's like a tourist company here which organizes a hop on, hop off bus that you can take. So you basically book a ticket with different stops in Peru, and you can stay for as long as you want at each stop, which is quite nice. However, I only had 7 to 8 days, so I did all of the stops in more or less 1 week. And my first stop was Puno, which is a city at Lake Titicaca. So I got to visit Lake Titicaca for 1 day, which was amazing, a bit surreal. I did a tour on the lake, saw the floating islands, got to see how the people lived there, which was kind of amazing. Yeah, I just really wanted to visit that lake, and I'm very glad I had the opportunity to do that.
Ready to leave Cusco. On to the next stop.
My stop after that was Arequipa. I also took the bus there overnight, the same as from Cusco to Puno, so I spent 2 nights on the bus, which meant I was very tired when I arrived there early in the morning. But I had 2 days in Arequipa. And Arequipa is a really, really nice city. It's also called the White City. Nowadays, because all of the buildings there are white, but I learned it's called the White City because in the first census, when they first counted all the people in Arequipa, about 70% of the people were white and not natives, which is why they called it the White City. But nowadays it's because of the white buildings, and it's very, very nice. I also wanted to visit the Colca Canyon, which is close by there. However, at the moment we have a few strikes here in Peru, and the people from the village close to the Colca Canyon strike, so I didn't get the opportunity to visit the canyon and see the condors that are supposed to live there. But I've had so much luck on this trip, so that's fine that I didn't get to see that.
Made it to Arequipa. Wow.
The market in Cusco.
Yeah.
So this is where all the white stones in Arequipa come from. They're basically from a volcano eruption. This is just pretty nice. You can see the volcano in the background back there. Yeah, and they form sculptures out of this stone here as well, make it a tourist attraction.
I just woke up at 2:30 in the morning to get ready for a canyon tour here in Arequipa, and just checked my emails and it says the tour is cancelled due to strikes in a village nearby. Yeah, so I guess I can go back to sleep. Arequipa, The bus took us to Nazca to see the Nazca lines. I saw 3 Nazca lines from a viewing tower. Could have also taken a flight, but then I would have had to spend a night there. So I just visited 3 of the lines. And this is very interesting because nobody really knows what these lines were there for and who exactly built them or made them. So it was very interesting to see these mysterious lines in the middle of the desert, representing different figures and animals. But yeah, that was just a short stop over, and I actually spent the night in Huacachina, which is a natural oasis in Peru, close to the coast as well, close to the city of Ica, but it's very small and very touristy. However, it was very nice. There weren't too many people, not as many as I would have expected. So I spent one night there, and the next day there I did a sand buggy and sand surfing tour, which was so much fun. I think it was very dangerous as well, but it was a lot of fun. And the drivers of the sand buggies there, they were just crazy, whipped around the dunes in this desert-like atmosphere reserve. That was just crazy, but a lot of fun as well.
PM or 2 PM. Yeah. So
So I just arrived at my hostel in Huacachina. This is kind of a party hostel, I figured. This is what it looks like. In the desert, oasis, tiny, very touristy, but just amazing. I've never been in a place like this. Going to take one of these sand buggies now. This is the thing to do. The last stop before Lima then was Paracas. Paracas is also a very small town at the coast with some nice beaches and close to Balestal Islands. The Balestal Islands is a group of islands in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean here, which is the habitat of a lot of species of birds. So I did a tour one morning there and got to see tons of birds. I was lucky no bird pooed on my head, and some sea lions and some Humboldt penguins, which was very, very nice. In the evening, I also did a sunset shadow trek in the National Reserve. We hiked in this beautiful reserve, all alone, just a group of 10 people, more or less, and watched the sunset, which was so beautiful. I really, really liked that. And I also met friends during this 1 week trip on the Peru bus, so we also always had dinner together and spent one day in Paracas together, just relaxing a bit, and actually doing a quad tour in the reserve as well, which was freezing cold, kind of, but very, very nice. I also enjoyed that. And then on Saturday evening, I took a bus to Lima, arrived here in Lima, close to midnight. I was just really coming into the city in the middle of the night, and all those people going out, of course also some drunk people. That was quite fun. And the day after, in the afternoon, I got to meet my host family, which consists just of my host mom and my host dad. I moved into my room here, which is pretty big, and it's very, very close to my school, so perfect. And yeah, that was a few days ago, and now I just walked around in Miraflores, which is a part of Lima here, and yeah, visited a lot of restaurants because Lima is known for its very good food. Walked along the coast of the ocean, visited cafes, and right now I'm just taking it slow a bit because the last weeks have been like very fast paced, and now I'm just enjoying to slow it down a bit. And yeah, I have my classes in the biggest school I have had so far. I always have one class of grammar and one class of conversation afterwards, so this is a very good structure. I really like that. And yeah, let's see how that goes. But I'm gonna stay here for 3 weeks in total again, and then I only have 1 week left here in Peru before I head back home.
That's what you do.
I made it to Lima in the middle of the night, but there's a party going on. Okay, I just arrived. My host family had a nice chat, and this is going to be my room for the next 3 weeks. This is the biggest one so far.